Welcome back to the perpendicular mouse. Violating your holes will be all about. We're about to show you motherfuckers what we're talking about. So just relax and we got the club. Never kidding on the mic, yeah, we do that too. Never got an old show like I thought you knew. We don't like the Brutha Zach, and we paid our dues. So sit back and take a brew, what we always do.
Welcome into the perpendicular mouse.
We're back.
Violating ear holes, defecating on the microphone. My name is Zach. The man to my left or right, his name is Realize.
Well,
we go hard so you can keep it soft and silky like a Velveteen Rabbit. And boy, are we happy to be here. We got a wonderful show, a Halloween-themed show. And you know what? Realize, I just thought about it. We probably should have dressed up for this.
you didn't let me do my oh yeah. You know I like to do my oh yeah.
Every time you have a different noise, you say that you do it every time.
I say oh yeah.
You have a bow.
That's my thing.
I know your bow.
Yeah, bow.
And I know your old prospector voice.
Whatever.
I don't know this new thing.
Okay, look. I really hope there won't be any gendered language on this. I don't know who's saying it, but fuck you in the ear. Okay, let's keep it moving.
Gendered language?
Someone said.
Like male or female?
Perhaps.
All right, well,
but don't feed the trolls.
Look, hey, we'll just refer to everybody as human X beings, and I think we should be fine. Welcome to the Perpendicular Mouse. Thank you for joining us. Neither one of us is dressed up. I'm just wearing my magic glasses, and you have been living in a cave for a while.
I'm a spirit.
I agree. All right. Today we have a fantastic show. Today we're going to find out the spookiest monsters of all time.
The spookiest monsters of all time.
See, I let you do that one because I'm aware of it. So what you should do, put it in an email, send it to me. I'll get the email. Once I receive the email, I will review it, commit it to memory, and I won't step on those anymore.
Fair. Totally fair.
All right. Or hit me up on Slack. All right. Spookiest movie monsters of all time. But before we get to the list of the spookiest monsters of all time, we're going to find out which monsters aren't that spooky with the also rans list.
Okay. All right, then fine. So we're going through this list. Now, I'm thinking movies, but I didn't just want to do movies. I was thinking books and, all that crap. So stuff that did not make the list. Let's start with Chucky or the possessed doll trope. Yeah, dolls
Chucky?
are like Chucky, Child's Play. Like, okay.
Did you watch Hard Knocks? He's pretty scary. He's the coach of the Oakland Raiders. And he yells in people's faces, man. He gets fired up. Man. He sees that spider too. Why, banana man? Knock on wood if you're with me.
He's not the spookiest monster of all time, though. I'm not trying to be running from dolls. I'm not scared of dolls. No, you're not the spookiest monster of all time. Sorry. You know what else isn't the spookiest monster of all time? A goblin. Goblins, when I think of that, I'm thinking like, I got a lot of hair in my mouth and stuff.
What is it?
I'm thinking like, what is it? Goblins are like Harry Potter. The bank was run by goblins in Harry Potter. But like, what else has goblins in it? Like the labyrinth or what?
I've never seen Harry Potter. I'm not sure.
I'm just saying, goblins are not the spookiest monster of all time. You know what else is the spookiest monster of all time? Ghouls. Like ghoulies? Like, what the hell is a ghoul? Just like a little slime monster bucket? Like,
wait, so is Slimer a ghoul from Ghostbusters?
Maybe. I'm just saying. You know what? Yes. I'm going to say yes. And you know what? Slimer is not the spookiest monster of all time. You know what else?
He eats hot dogs.
He eats hot dogs. You know what else is spookiest? Witches. Like, witches can do a lot of spooky stuff. And they can conjure the spookiest monsters of all time. And they can do creepy, creepy things. And they deal with, a lot of the occult and spookiness. But they themselves aren't the spookiest. You know why? You know why witches wear perfume and makeup, Zach?
I don't.
Because they're ugly and they stink. Let's see what else. What else we got here?
I believe that was gendered language, sir.
Okay. How about psychopaths. Like
Psychopaths are scary though.
Oh, they're
Like,
damn.
Anytime you see like crazy murderous killers, and like we watch American Horror Story, that's full of psychos. They're crazy because you don't know what they're gonna do.
American, what was it? American Psycho. Yeah, all that flexing in the mirror, man. Silence of the Lambs. Hannibal Lecter.
How did this not make the list?
No, because I'm saying totally freaky for sure, but not the spookiest monster of all time. And when we get into our debate of our top 10, I think you'll agree with me that if not, we'll let the perps chime in and tell us if we're wrong.
Okay. So what we need to do now is we need to compare everything on the list to the Silence of the Lambs and to Psycho, to Norman Bates and Psycho, and see where they stack.
Okay.
Because I think psychos are scary.
Okay, so Norman Bates and Psycho, Hannibal Lecter, and what's the guy's name from American Psycho? What is it?
Oh, I don't even know.
Whatever.
Because there's also Buffalo Bill, too.
Sure. Okay, so we'll see if they make the cut. But I'm pretty sure. We'll throw it in at the end. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Don't make me do the Buffalo Bill pose, because I'll do it.
Oh, wait. Do I need to put on the song?
No, don't put on.
Let me find some good music for you.
Oh, Lord. Here, let's keep it moving. How about hill people and the inbred? Have you seen the hills have eyes, Zach?
There's hill people are scary. I'm watching. Again, American Horror. I'm watching right now. There's inbred, crazy hillbilly psychopaths. They're crazy. They're scary.
No, that's what hillbillies and inbred. What's the one where ding 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 ding? What was that one? What's that movie called?
Oh, it's one of the Stephen King ones, isn't it?
No, it's not. Ding 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 ding.
No, that's one of one of the Stephen King. Isn't that one of the Stephen King ones?
No, it's just
the dueling banjos. Yeah,
that's not even a horror movie. That's just about being trapped out in the woods and getting.
You're just talking about the song "Dueling Banjos."
Some hill people.
Are you just talking about the song "Dueling Banjos"?
No. I got the joke, but I wasn't going to go with it. I refuse. I'm not an improviser, so I don't follow that rule. I just got to say,
I don't get it. I'm not doing a bit. I'm telling you, isn't that from like a Stephen King thing, like where they were like one of the movies where there was like inbred hill people and they played that song, isn't it?
No, it's not The Revenant. If someone of you know, then put it in there. But scary, but not the spookiest of all time. Freaky. You don't want to get caught up there with some inbred hill people. I'll tell you that right now. You ever seen The Hills Have Eyes? That dude had a weird shaped head. He was tall, but still not the spookiest of all time. How about King Kong?
He's not scary.
He's not the spookiest monster of all time. He's a big ass gorilla. Look, you don't want to deal with monkey. I'm sure he stinks. Gorilla booty for days, but not the spookiest of all time. And finally, Godzilla may be the king of the monsters, but he's not the spookiest. In fact, he's like the monster I'd most want to like have as a friend.
Someone said, "You want to be friends with Godzilla?"
Deliverance. We got people telling us Deliverance.
That's the one. That's what I was trying to think of.
Not a Stephen King movie.
What?
It's not. It's not a Stephen King movie.
Who wrote Deliverance?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So people are saying
it's my man Dickey, James Dickey.
Okay, let's talk about what some of the perps have chimed in with, okay? And see if we think they need to make it, all right? Beowulf. No, Beowulf is the hero, and he fought against whoever Angelina Jolie was playing as that siren.
Plus, have you ever tried to read Beowulf? GTFO.
Yeah, no, I'm not big on Old English. Yeah, get out of here with your Beowulf. Who else? Let's see what we got here. No, someone said Epstein, Clinton, or Clinton. Oh, yeah, you're hilarious. Books. Someone said books in the conversation and got out. You're our type of fan. Whoever you are, if you said you heard books and you couldn't listen anymore, tune in next time. We are for you. Goblins in The Lord of the Ring was another name for fucking orcs. Oh, orcs. Orcs aren't the spookiest monster of all time. Orcs seem like dumb and easy to kill. So no, I'm not with it.
But they're scary. They got big old teeth and they're all misshapen. They got like white handprints on their face. I assume because they slap each other. I don't know what they do with their paint hands.
Look, someone else said clowns. Now, okay, this is a controversial take. This is a controversial take. Clowns aren't scary.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, clowns aren't scary. Clowns kind of reach that. What's that thing called? The something valley, the uncanny valley, where it just looks a little off. Like maybe they kind of look like a bloated corpse, so you can't tell the person's real face underneath. But we're just like hitting like critical mass with all the Joker stuff and it and all that. Clowns are not the spookiest stuff of all time. And I think when we get into it, if you want us to go back and talk about clowns and psychos and compare them to wherever we're at, fine. We can always call an audible. But I think what we have coming down the pipe is spookier than clowns and psychos.
Well, but here's the thing about clowns is that people have legitimate phobia of clowns. People have clownophobia. I don't know the proper name for it.
I'm pretty sure it's clownophobia. Yeah.
Okay,
that sounds accurate.
Yeah.
Fine. But that's okay. So phobias, but still not the spookiest of all time. Someone said Children of the Corn. That essentially means kids, demonic kids, or potentially it means the possessed. Stay tuned. Let's see.
May or may not be on the list.
Right. Let's see. I think someone says Deliverance, one where the guys squeal like a pig. That's right. And then someone said King Kong is racist. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. If you read the original Beowulf, Beowulf himself. Who? Man, I wish I could see the names of the people.
I need to get out. No, nobody's reading the original Beowulf because it's in stupid old English and nobody reads that shit. GTFO.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I think that we hit all of them. Yeah. Godzilla, no. King Kong, no. Chucky/Dolls, no. Hill People / The Inbred, no. Psychos, we'll come back to it. Fine. Clowns, okay. Well, we'll come back to it and see. Goblins, no. Witches, no. Huh?
No witches.
No witches.
Witches are like every day. There's people in the world that are just witches, and basically they just go around being witches.
Well, okay. Well, let's get into the list, and then I think we can talk about why witches are scary, but they're not. Look at this.
No, they're not scary.
I'm struggling.
They're not scary. I've known witches. They're not scary.
Yeah. Let's okay. No, you like Glenda the Good Witches. Okay.
Oh.
So what do we got?
Some witches are hot.
Hey, let's start with the plan. No.
You want to start with the plan round?
Yeah, let's go there.
Now that we're done with the also-rans, let's get into the list. We got a great playing round for everybody. We are going to start with the playing round between Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and Michael Myers. Freddy Krueger from Nightmare the 13th. They have Nightmare on Elm Street. They have 11 movies. Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, not Nightmare the 13th. They have like 15 different movies. And Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise. They have like 5 different movies.
And I'm the remakes and all that. Okay, so let's just cut this down to 2 right off the bat. Okay? Of the 3, do you have an opinion on which is the weakest? And perps, also, all the perps watching live, go ahead and chime in. If you make good points, we'll definitely bring it in as part of the argument. If you make bad points, we will just mock you and ridicule you cruelly. But if you make some good points, then we'll definitely take it into consideration.
Here's the reason I want to get rid of this person is because I've never seen any of the Halloween movies. I think I may have seen one once way back, like the original Jamie Lee Curtis one, but I can't really remember it. So I don't really know why Mike Myers is scary. Other than I saw So I Married an Axe Murderer, and that was kind of scary. Okay, so funny. So Mike Myers essentially is a giant, Canadian,
autistic, gigantism, psychopath who doesn't talk. What is that called? Where you don't talk or anything? You're like catatonic. Kind of. He's just like a mute. But then, as those stories evolved, he became a deadite. Like they would start killing him, and he would just never stay down. And later we'll get into what classifies a deadite and how that's different than zombies. But Michael Myers for sure was a deadite at some point in that, because in those first couple of movies, like at the end, it's like, dude, that guy's dead. Even if he's just at first he was like a little psycho kid, so he starts there, he's catatonic, he's got mongoloid strength, like he's just ridiculously stronger than everybody, and nothing hurt him. but then at some point they would be killing him. Like you're like, dude, that guy's dead. And
so
and
then
he would stay down.
how is that different from Jason, who is basically that's his only thing? He wears a mask, has a machete, and he gets killed, but then comes right back and he's like, "Oh no, I'm going to kill you, even though
The
I'm dead."
difference between him and Jason is he's not as cool as Jason. Jason went to space and killed people. Jason and Michael Myers are very similar, except Jason is like it's like Michael Myers to the extreme. Michael Myers is just a super psychopath, but then they just started giving him like supernatural power, kind of.
Okay, so Jason's cooler than Michael Myers. We don't need to worry about that. We just need to worry about Freddy.
Right. So Michael Myers, you're out of here. Okay. So Jason versus Freddy. Hold on. Let's do this right. Okay.
Wasn't there a movie called Freddy versus Jason?
There was.
So who won? Did you see the movie?
I did.
Who won?
I think it's ambiguous because if you watch the movie, I think Freddy Krueger wins, but then it's like the credits run or something, and I want to say like Freddy is dreaming and like Jason jumped out or some crap like that.
Oh, he came back. All right, well, Freddy won. Freddy won. That's all you need. It's already been decided by history. We don't need to decide anything.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not just that. Freddy Krueger is a dope ass monster.
Oh, Freddy's scary. Here's the thing. Freddy gets you when you sleep. Like you can't go to sleep because that's where he gets you.
Yeah.
Did you ever see? I forget what it was called, but it was the one Wes Craven did it, and it was kind of like a break down the fourth wall. Like, oh hi, I'm Wes Craven, and I'm making Freddy Krueger, but Freddy Krueger's now real within the film, and it was like that. I don't remember the name of the Freddy movie, but it was scary. The little kid sings a song. He goes, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. That's scary stuff.
Not just that. I think Freddy Krueger is like a specter, and we can get into all that later. Like honestly, I did a little bit of homework for this episode to try to understand, because instead of just like, I think we got the three. Well, when we get into the categories later, there are characters that we identify with these genres of monster, but I think we hit the three biggies, really. And then if you include Chucky, we kick Chucky out. But, like, we hit some of the big ones, and we'll get into them all later. But Freddy Krueger is, like, I think he's a specter because he's the ability to attack in your dreams. He's definitely a ghost, like an evil spirit, but he's got, like, crazy supernatural powers. And his whole shtick, like, knife, glove, like, who came up with that? That's some sick, twisted shit.
That's good stuff. And he comes through your water bed and rips through.
All that. Someone said they're still afraid to take baths because of Freddy. Like, yeah, it's all creepy. When you leaned in the first one through the wall and stared down, you know.
And he broke through with his glove and started ripping through the wall. And
that was Johnny Depp's first movie. You know that?
No.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's first movie, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow. So it's their fault. All right, let's move on. Freddy Krueger will move on. We already sounded the horn. We just kept going past the horn because we don't care. Freddy Krueger will move on to face vampires.
Okay. So some people might be asking, realizing, Brother Zach, why do you have vampires and not Dracula, let's say? Because you got to look at all these things. Like, all the different movies. Like, did you see Blade 2? Or Blade, the Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, I saw one of the Blades at some point. Yeah, it was all right.
Okay, so in the second Blade, they started touching on, like, different types of, like, super vampires. Like, essentially, like, the older a vampire gets, they kind of made it seem like they get even crazier. Like, the whole mouth can kind of split open or open up 3 ways and, like, eat stuff crazier, or like
that's like comic book shit, man. They got there's layers to vampires. There's all kinds of vampires. There's Dracula, who comes around, does that. Then there's the Blade ones that are kind of like comic book villains and heroes, because Blade was a vampire too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like heroes and villains. There's all kinds of stuff. But then there's like the Interview with the Vampire, where they're like high society, but then like preying on children and the weak, and like but then there's like the other side of the Interview with the Vampire, where there's like the the big congregations of vampires where they feed women and they all you know.
What about
scary.
Nosferatu? Nosferatu is like one of the original vampires, and that's like super long claw fingers. Like it looks more like a bat than a I'm just saying.
Wasn't one of the Twilights? Weren't they a vampire?
Yeah,
and see, so vampires can be sexy.
The new Batman played the vampire in that movie. But I also feel like, okay, so let's talk about some of these undertones within the monsters themselves. They said there's more vampire movies when there's like a Democrat in office, because a lot of the conservative people in Hollywood and just America in general that are scared of this shit look at the vampires with their like ambiguous sexuality and like, oh, they're kind of like this elite, foofy, pale. They only come out at night, and it's
Where did you read this?
I listen to a lot of podcasts and conspiracy shit.
Yeah, I think you're listening to the wrong podcast.
I mean, look, even think about Anne Rand or Anne Rice. Her interview with the vampire stuff. Like they were always very like, vampires are hedonistic. Vampires are like hypersexual. They'd be having their little vampire blood orgies and stuff. They are hurt by a cross.
But what does that have to do with having a Democrat in office?
Well, I'll get into why.
The most sexual president we've had outside of Bill Clinton would probably be Donald Trump, who's grabbing chicks by the pussy.
Well, once we get into one of the other genres, I'll tell you what they said the comparison was to this other genre that ends up getting brought about more when we have a conservative in the office. So that's a teaser for later. But just half. People are scared of the idea of vampire lifestyle, even as much as they're scared of all the power of a vampire, and you can't go out at night, and they have this bloodlust, and they're killing everything, blah 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 blah. But so what? Freddy Krueger or vampires in general? All vampires.
I'd say if we're talking about spooky,
yeah,
because there's probably like hot female vampires that wouldn't be too spooky to me, but there's no like hot female Freddy Krueger. He's just scary.
Yeah, I think he could pretend. He could pretend to be a hot lady, and then turn into Freddy Krueger and really just mess you up.
That's also true.
Imagine a hot lady. Okay, how many beers? Hot lady body with a Freddy Krueger face.
Ooh. How many beers can I drink before dying?
16 beers. 14 beers.
Then 13 it is.
Yeah. yeah. Okay. All right. So what? Freddy Krueger then over vampires in general?
Freddy Krueger is scary. And now that you put hot Freddy Krueger vampire or hot Freddy Krueger chick in
yeah.
That's scary to me.
Fair.
That's scary. All right. So Freddy Krueger moves on because he's scary and he's wearing a wig, and that's scary. And he's going to move on to face the next scary, spooky monster, aliens. Now, aliens could be like the aliens from Aliens or Predator, or what else do you have listed here? Gremlins, the Blob, Body Snatchers, etc.
Yeah. That's any alien. Look, did you ever see the movie The Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing?
No, I've seen Thing from Addams Family. He's a little hand.
No, different. The Thing is, it's probably one of the top 5 scariest movies, and it's just sort of like, I think it's like a comet hits Antarctica, and this weird alien, whenever it gets in touch with organic matter, like I think it like finds a dog or a wolf out there, but it's like it sort of like steals the DNA and tries to. Someone said when we were talking about Freddy with a vampire, that's Selma Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, pretty much. Spooky though when she turned the face. I mean, I'd still, you gotta do what you gotta do. Look, we're all gonna die. Okay, so aliens in general versus Freddy Krueger, I think you have to choose aliens. There are too many. First off, aliens, predators. The Blob became huge the more people it ate. Like it just was like goo that just dissolves you and eats you like a Jello mold. That's just weird and like terrible. Plus, anything you can pretty much imagine. Body snatchers were like plants. There are replicants that turned into you, and I think they like ate you. So it's like all of your nightmares, anything you can imagine that's scary and otherworldly versus Freddy Krueger. So I mean, I just say by sheer numbers, aliens are spookier.
There are people that are legitimately scared, that have alienophobia, just like people have clownophobia.
They do.
It's a thing. They get scared. They're like the little gray aliens. Like they can't look at like the little gray with the long heads and the big eyes. Like they can't look at that. Aliens are scary stuff, man. Imagine laying in your bed. You're just laying there. All of a sudden, there's a bright light. Next thing you know, anal probe.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Know, with your big glasses, you kind of look like one of those grays right now. Honestly, is that what your costume is? Yeah, I would say that's what you're going for.
I'm not wearing a costume. These are just my magic glasses.
All right, then fine. Now,
help me to see. Listen, blind people need help. All right, so we get magic glasses that allow us to see. How do you think I'm reading this rundown?
Good point. But let me ask one of the perps. Someone said Freddy again. Okay, they're just like going through. They're like Freddy's scarier.
Freddy's scary.
They said Freddy is spookier than vampires. Freddy is spookier than aliens. How can Freddy be scarier than every single type of alien? Like, you guys haven't seen The Thing, man.
But aliens can't get into your dream. Like, Freddy comes to you, like, there's no way to get him. It's in your dreams. He's not like a tangible thing. He terrorizes you and then like pops in when you're at your most vulnerable and you can't do anything.
Okay. We're also considering not just Freddy at his scariest, because Freddy got like silly, man. The more movies they made. And then did you see the remake where they had the guy who played Rorschach and what? Not good. You don't need to see that movie. Don't watch. They almost ruined Nightmare on Elm Street. But I'll go with you guys. If everyone is saying there are reasons that Fred, I like that answer. There are reasons. Fair. If there are reasons that Freddy is scarier than every type of alien, I mean, look, I'll go with majority rule, but it's under protest because there are, dude, Predator is fucking, he will kill you. There are a bunch of different types of aliens. Have you seen Aliens?
But what about the good aliens? Like E.T.? What about Superman? What about these good aliens that come and do all these nice things? Like, there's no good Freddy Krueger. Just like there's no hot female Freddy Krueger, there's no good Freddy Krueger who comes and saves the day and, like, helps little old ladies and, like, helps little kids to fly on their bike. It doesn't happen.
All right, fine. All right.
Can't play both sides against the middle, man. Just doesn't work that way.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right. Well, Freddy Krueger moves up. Freddy Krueger's scary, man. Freddy Krueger's scary. Freddy could keep going, man. He's very scary. Freddy Krueger moves on.
You guys need to watch The Thing, like, immediately. John Carpenter's The Thing is one of the scariest.
Look, there's four things I can think of. There's that thing that I don't know anything about.
So
there's Thing from Addams Family that I know a lot about. There's a Thing from the comic books that I know a lot about. He's a big rock guy. Yeah, and then there's the Volkswagen thing, which I know a lot about. Mm-hmm. So that's at best the fourth best thing.
No, like third. And it's comparable. Okay, rock guy and the hand. I think the hand is pretty cool. I want a pet hand. All right, let's keep it moving. Freddy Krueger.
Move on. All right, so Freddy Krueger, it was scary. We'll move on, and it will face it. Wait, is Freddy a he? Oh no, I don't. How do you refer to Freddy? Freddy is of an undetermined gender at this point because we don't know. Their face is burned, and we don't know. And we don't know his preferred pronoun. We're trying to use non-gender language here.
Freddy Krueger was molesting them kids. He was diddling them kids. That's why they set him on fire. So he was a he.
Is that right?
Yes, that's why the parents all set him on fire. The first one is because he was diddling them kids. That's why those kids are 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Because he was like molesting them, raping them, and killing children. So all the parents, This is Freddy Krueger's origin story.
So he was actually a pedophile, or they thought he was a pedophile?
No, he was. And they all killed him. Or maybe he was just the janitor. I don't know. But that was what they thought.
So wait a second. So he was either raping all the kids in town or was just the janitor.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, look, either way, I'd be angry if I was a parent. So
I don't know janitors can help my kids.
That's
you got to clean that up to do.
I mean, hey, listen, how dare you try to support yourself by getting a job as a custodian at the local school? That's right. And so that famous custodian will go on and he'll face werewolves, the other half of the Twilight.
Okay, so it's so crazy that we keep having to do entire genres of monsters and creatures versus just Freddy, but it's fair. Werewolves. What's the scariest werewolf movie? Did you see American Werewolf in London?
No, I don't know that I've seen outside of Teen Wolf, which is not scary at all. I don't know that I've seen a werewolf movie.
What else is? I mean, you said Twilight. I've never seen any of those Twilight movies. That's not.
No, me neither. I haven't either. I just know it was a werewolf. One of them was a werewolf for sure, and I think the other one was a vampire.
Okay, now I do like that movie, What We Do in the Shadows, which is satire on the whole genre that they're vampires, but the werewolves are the enemies. And the thing with werewolves, besides the fact that when the werewolf itself transforms, it's incredibly painful because like all their bones break and their muscles like rip and their skin. It seems like super advanced puberty. Like if you just went from being 12 or 9 to like 15 in the matter of like a minute. That's kind of what it seems like, but worse. Their teeth and all that. But that's not scary for us. What's scary is I think a werewolf, I don't think there's any reasoning with the werewolf, which is why when it's a full moon, they're just like, you got to chain them up. You got to lock them in a cell because they just have bloodlust and they're just going to kill until they transform back. A vampire, you might be able to reason with. Freddy Krueger, you can fight back like Nancy did, but he's not going to reason with you. He wants you dead. A werewolf just wants you dead. But Freddy Krueger's scarier than a werewolf, right? Werewolf looks like a big dog.
Werewolves are
werewolf right now.
You do. Well, you are a werewolf. There's no denying that. You are a werewolf. Give me a howl.
How's that?
That's scary.
I just want to be liked.
That's scary.
That's right.
That's scary. Werewolves are scary because they are just wolves. I mean, they transform and they go kill people. But they're only dangerous on full moons. And I saw Teen Wolf, and werewolves cannot play basketball. It's some weird 80s white guy basketball, and I hate it.
Fair.
Freddy Krueger is scarier than Michael J. Fox. I think we can all agree on that.
No. Yeah.
But not as scary as you. And you're a scary, scary werewolf.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
This is my werewolf costume. If people realize who I was supposed
to. Are you actually a werewolf? What are you supposed to be?
Yeah. I'm a werewolf.
Is that what it is?
Sure. Yeah.
What is it really?
Werewolf Christ.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, Jesus feeds his body to other people, so it's not much different. Mm-hmm. It's just the opposite, basically. It just flipped around. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, I was just about to say Jesus will go on to face. Freddy Krueger will go on to face, after taking down the werewolves, goes on to face demons. Sorry, there's no comma there, and it tripped me out. Goes on to face demons.
Demons. Okay.
Demons are scary.
Demons are freaking scary. So
I just watched for the first time The Shining this last week. First of all, very good movie, and I'm looking forward to the sequel that's coming out like next week or a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
But there's some demon possession in there, and it's kind of scary. And there's kind of like the it's a whole thing. There's also ghosts and stuff, but
I don't think those are demons. I think they're mostly ghosts in The Shining. Demons. When I think demons,
right.
I think Hellraiser and
oh, you're right. No, there wasn't any demons.
No. Not The Exorcist.
Yeah.
You see The Exorcist?
The Exorcist, also The Omen, right? Damien, wasn't he possessed?
He's the son of the devil. Like he's got evil in him, but I don't think it's a demon.
You don't think he's a demon? The son of the devil wouldn't be a demon?
He's the Antichrist. He's the spawn of Satan. But
wouldn't they be a demon?
No. Demon seed, maybe, but no.
What about Rosemary's Baby? Is that also demon seed?
Demon seed. Yeah, no, different. When I think of demon, okay, so The Exorcist, she was possessed by Pazuzu, which was a demon that possessed whatever that girl's name was, Nancy or whatever her name was in The Exorcist, and all that stuff that was happening with the girl in The Exorcist was due to a demon. That's scary. And the Hellraiser movies, you get that little puzzle box, and you summon 4 demons that essentially just come to kill you. Like, I don't know why you'd want to do it, but
listen, I just saw the Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors with Baby's first Pazuzu, so I'm well up to speed on Pazuzu.
Demons could kill Freddy Krueger. I'll tell you that.
Demons are scary.
Well, okay, someone says maybe Freddy is a demon though. He is a spirit, a dead. I think Freddy is a specter, and I think are like evil spirits or specters, and that's what I think. The Shining and Freddy is more that.
Yeah, and The Shining is not. I was talking incorrectly because as I thought about it, I always said, you're right. It's not even close. It's not demon possession, but like the demon possession. What I'm realizing is that as we talk, American Horror Story did all of this stuff. Yes. American Horror Story did everything. So we just watched the Asylum one last before this one that we're watching right now. That one had some demon possession. That one it went straight from one person and then jumped into another. As the devil took over and possessed somebody's body.
Right. Yeah.
And that's some scary because then they get the powers and it's like you don't know because they're just normal, but it kind of changes. They're like, oh la la la, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, but you know what? I'm a fucking demon, and then boom, and then they throw them across the room into a wall or that's scary. That's scary.
It is scary, and I think what's scary about a demon too is not just the fact like they can possess you, but well, maybe just the fact they can possess you. Like all that's it. It's enough.
I think we're in agreement here. Do you agree that demons are scarier than Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, because there's so many varietals, and it's just like they're pure evil. Like Freddy is evil, but he had funny moments. There are no funny demons. Like demons aren't like jokey. Demons are like that's pure evil. You know,
demons are spinning their head, vomiting, and masturbating with a cross. That's some scary shit. Yeah, demons are scary. So demons are going to move on and take down a strong Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger had a strong showing. Yeah, props to Freddy, who's scary. This one, this one I have an issue with. Because the next one on the list here, demons are going to face off against mermen.
Okay, all right.
Listen. Full disclosure, just to bring everybody, you made the list this week. It's a very good list. I appreciate you making the list, and it's a good list. I don't know why merman is on the list.
Let me defend my merman. Okay.
Listen, before you do, I just want to say, I have seen Zoolander. I have seen Derek Zoolander as a merman. Yeah. He's not scary.
Have you seen the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Merman!
Have you seen Creature from the Black Lagoon?
No.
Okay, it's an old movie. I mean, that's for sure. It's a dated reference. And even The Shape of Water, that's a merman. Okay. No, someone's saying demons versus Aquaman. People are going, what? Mermen?
Yeah.
Pictures of mermaids. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, let me defend mermen for a moment. Mermen, okay, so mermaids are what you probably think about first. And mermaids, when you're thinking, oh, fish body and topless and beautiful, and they have a siren song, they call you in, and then they eat you and kill you. Fine. But the mermen are the creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know what they're going to do to you. You go swimming, and I think a merman is just going to probably drown you. Or, you know, be freaky and creepy. I don't know what mermen do. But
well, if you don't know what they do, why are they on the list? Because I saw The Little Mermaid, and there was nothing scary about Ariel's dad.
Yeah, okay.
You could put merman on the list, and you keep psychos off the list.
You want to put psychos in instead of merman? You want to call it out or clowns?
You want to do psychos? Well, you know what?
Clowns.
Yes, I do. I want to go demons versus psychos versus clowns right now.
You want to do a three-way right now?
A sweet three-way.
Okay. All right.
You know what? And that's punishment for putting merman on the list.
Fine. All right. We got demons versus psychos versus clowns. They're manatees and a dugong. What the hell is a dugong?
The dugong?
Yeah, I don't know what a dugong is.
First of all, that sounds like some gendered language. We don't appreciate that here. Why don't you save that for the after show, okay?
Okay, look, I already told you my position on clowns.
Yeah, listen, it is scary. Pennywise the clown is scary. Otherwise, clowns are not scary.
Okay, so it is a ghost, or actually, spoiler alert.
I haven't seen the second one. Don't move on.
Okay, it is more than just a clown, and
okay. Well, then look, we both agree that clowns are not scary. Clowns are scary. Clowns are scary to people that have clownophobia. That's it.
Yeah. The Joker is a psycho in clown makeup. So
yeah, he's not a clown.
Clowns are out of here. Okay,
yeah.
We're getting rid of.
But psychos, I think psychos should be in here because psychos are like demon possessed people's like cousin. You know what I mean? Like Hannibal Lecter is scary. Norman Bates is scary. American Psycho, that guy's scary. I mean, serial killers, they're like a real thing because they exist in reality, in life. There are psychopaths all over. Do you ever listen to true crime podcasts or anything like that? What's the anything that like talks about like serial killers and such?
I mean, yeah, stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like you've dabbled. You listen with it's scary, man. These people actually exist.
Well, that's why one of the perps made an excellent point. They said psychos can just be humans possessed by demons. So I still think demons.
Well, no, but they wouldn't be possessed by demons. They wouldn't be psychotic. They'd be possessed. Psychos are psychopaths, people who have mental deficit, mental illness that makes them act.
They're dealing with their demons.
Yeah, they suffer from psychopathy. It's not a demon possession.
Okay, but I'm just saying. But you can kill a psycho.
Yes.
You can't. You can only exorcise a demon to get rid of the demon if you're lucky. But like you have a chance. If you have a shotgun, you can probably Hannibal Lecter. He's probably going to sneak up on you with like a syringe or something to put you to sleep, and then you're just going to wake up and he's going to take the top of your head off and make you eat parts of your brain and stuff, which is not cool. But if you get a good shot in, you can blow him away.
Yeah,
you know?
And psychos are just normal human beings. Demon, you kill that person that's demon possessed. The demon just pops into somebody else.
Yeah, demons to me, man. Still, especially we aren't even talking about like. Did you not see Hellraiser? You've never seen that movie?
I don't think so.
Woo!
Pinhead. I've seen the pins.
Hellraiser, man, is terrifying 1980s bloodbath, just like unnecessary violence.
Yeah. Well, was it Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That was a psychopath, right? That was just a guy with a chainsaw chopping.
Cannibal. That's cannibals.
They're cannibals?
Yes. They're a whole family, a family of cannibals that had psychopaths in the family because they're cannibals. It's like the next level of being a psycho. You go full cannibal with it.
But that's a person who is a psycho. A person who's a cannibal, a suffer. Well, I guess the two are not mutually exclusive. You could be a cannibal and not be a psychopath, I guess.
Yeah, but
if you kill people and eat them, I'd say you're a psychopath.
If you're in your living room right now, and from both sides of the room come a demon on one side and a psychopath on the other, which direction are you running? Which one are you from?
You're going to the psychopath because that one can just be taken out and then you're done.
You can jump kick the psychopath. You can try to fight them off somehow. You can shoot them with a gun or some with a knife. Try to fight a demon. What are you gonna do?
Has demon powers. They have demon powers.
Demons are spookier.
Yeah, and not only that, the psychopaths. Well, I guess not only that, but a different one. The only way that psychopaths kind of match up is that psychopaths exist in real life. So there's kind of that thing of, oh, this could be real. Like this could happen.
Yeah.
Like when you go downstairs or upstairs to bed after watching a movie with a psychopath, you go, somebody might break into my house.
Yeah.
And do this. You watch Demon Possession, you're like, oh, that was scary. All right, let's move on. There's no demons.
Demons are spookier.
I agree. Damn it, I agree.
So let me just make a quick point to all the perps talking all that smack because I took clowns and psychos off our list. I was right. Take that and listen to me. I know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, what do we got next?
What about Merman?
Except Merman. Merman was a miss. Okay, I wanted to discuss Merman. The creature from the Black Lagoon is one of the original Universal monsters, man. They must have thought he was as scary as the other big ones.
It's just a wet fish, man. That's like a fish creature. It's like a fish creature. It's not a merman.
And some lady had sex with him in the shape of water with a merman. So people are into it,
You're damn right.
All right, what do we got? Demons versus what?
Merman. Demons are moving on. They're going to face ghosts and specters. You've already said the word specter like 5 times, so I think you want to talk about specters.
I do.
Go ahead and talk about specters.
Okay, so because I had Googled, and I was like, are ghosts and specters even different? What's the difference? And essentially what Google told me is a ghost is like your grandma passes away and her spirit is at the funeral to watch the proceedings. That's a ghost, okay? It's like the spirit of someone who's died that for one reason or another is still kind of tethered to the earth. They have some sort of unfinished business with their life that they lost, and they're still here for some period of time. Maybe it's like you're not watching the most recent season of American Horror Story, 1984 yet?
We're on Roanoke, so no, we're not to the new one.
Okay, so there's some examples in that of ghosts that are just, you're tethered to an area. Maybe you were murdered. Maybe you don't know you're dead, so you're a ghost.
Which also that's also in Roanoke too. It's the same idea where you're in that area and they're protecting that area because it's theirs and they have that unfinished business where they have to
keep it wrapped there. They need to tell someone something for whatever reason. That's a ghost. A specter is the shine.
Prospector. Somebody's looking for gold.
No, that's a prospector.
That's a prospector. They do that for a living. They're not an amateur. They're a professional specter. And they go looking for ghosts and they pan the river and they shake it out and they wait and they see a little piece of gold and they yeehaw and they start doing their little dance.
Okay, a specter is an evil spirit. So where a ghost isn't necessarily there to do you harm, Amityville Horror, The Shining, The Ring, maybe Freddy Krueger. These ghosts that are malicious and want to hurt people and kill and terrify and haunt your home, that type of stuff, that's a specter. That's not just a ghost. So I just don't think that most people are familiar with that type of language. So we just like, oh, a ghost story. Oh, it's a ghost. I'm watching a ghost movie. Oh, ghosts are haunting the hotel in The Shining. But it's just because most people don't even acknowledge there's a difference between a ghost and a specter. But specters are what I'm talking about. That's the haunted house. That's the spooky ghosts.
So what is Patrick Swayze then?
A sexy ghost.
This guy gets it.
Winky face!
All right, so specters are the scary ones.
Yeah.
Ghosts are, so if you think Ghostbusters, then what's his thing? Ghostbusters 2 was on the other night, and I caught just a few minutes of it. They had Vigo, he comes out of the painting, and he's big masculine man, and he's going to take over the world. He is a specter.
Specter busters. They should have been specter busters.
No, but they bust ghosts too. They bust them ghosts.
They should have been like do Inspector Busters.
No, because like what about Slimer? Slimer's not a specter. He's a good ghost. All he wants to do is eat hot dogs and drive that bus. And he pulls up, he sees Rick Moranis, and he opens the door, and Rick Moranis looks at him and he says, "What, are you driving?" He says, "Okay, but I didn't know you had a license."
I thought we agreed earlier Slimer was a ghoul. You know?
He's slimy.
There are layers to this shit. He's a ghoulie. Slimer was a ghoul. There are layers to this.
What about all the good ghosts that are just running around, like popping up and like they're just walking down the street, la 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 la. Like they don't do it. Like most of the ghosts and Ghostbusters are just running around being like frat boys or girls,
and they're busting them, huh?
Mm-hmm. And they're out there just busting them ghosts. Because you know why? Because they ain't afraid of no ghosts.
That's fair. Ghosts aren't as scary as specters. So I want to get rid of ghosts and make it demon versus specter.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze is out.
Yeah, but demon versus specters. So specifically, the type of ghosts that are going to haunt your house.
Yeah, specters are scary because that's like when you're in your house and you hear like the some kind of noise or something like that, and he's like, "Get out," and then they want to actually harm you. They start throwing things at you, like because you don't. It's just the surrounding area is just attacking you.
Yeah. It's just now we're getting into it's evil versus evil, but a demon is a
spirit that inhabits a person, an evil spirit that inhabits a person. I think is kind of what we're talking about, right?
So these are both innately evil. A demon and a specter are both evil to start with, which is already scary when you're just thinking of evil. But the specter is an evil ghost tethered to the place you're at, or maybe you. Maybe they're just haunting you personally and following you around, but they want to do you harm and like terrorize you. And a demonic presence is not even of this world. Like, I don't know how you have to like conjure a demon or something. I don't know how you get a demon.
Can a specter be a demon?
I don't think so. I think they're different things. I think a demon, because so in The Exorcist, they were like excavating this ancient area and they pulled up like an idol, the Pazuzu idol, and they somehow released the spirit. And
it hopped from one thing from one being into another being.
But essentially, it was a specter, I don't even understand.
But I'm saying, I think the demon has to possess a being, whereas a specter can free flow on its own as a spirit.
Maybe. So maybe it's right. Like, maybe. I'm not the demon specter expert. I just know.
What you're supposed to be.
I'm trying my best.
Man.
Like, I'm thinking like okay, so Poltergeist too. Those are specters, right? Those weren't demons. That was
but then what does she say at the end? She says, "I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear."
Ooh, see, excellent point. Excellent point you make. We gotta bring that into consideration. So
Listen.
maybe specters and demons are like the same.
Oh, Alexa just told me she's listening. Listen, here's what I have come to find in the last 30 seconds here. So you, sir, are an amateur specter, but me, I'm a prospector. So here's how we're going to get to the bottom of this. There's one way to get rid of demons. There's one way to get rid of specters.
Okay.
Which is better? With specters, you have to do a seance where you have candles and everybody holds hands and they say, I would like to speak to the spirit that inhabits this area. And they all have a big communal gathering. But then with demons, you got to get a priest and some holy water, and you got to read from the Bible. You got to throw it. You say, the power of Christ compels you. And you have to, and you get a group of people that are attacking the demon.
Yeah.
Which is better? That's how we're going to determine.
Like, which is easier to get rid of?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, this beer, it's tough. It's tough being. Which one?
Because a seance requires somebody that can speak to the other side, and the exorcism has to do with getting a priest.
Okay.
Look, exorcisms are way scarier than seances.
Well, I was going to say, not even just that. A demon, they possess one person, and that one person has it really, really bad. Okay, probably going to kill that person. A specter will terrorize everybody and anybody in a vicinity. So they have like a wider range of power, I'd say. So it's like breadth versus depth. The demon does more harm to one person. The specter is just freaking out. You can have 100 people, 1,000 people in an area. If your place is haunted, it's going to scare everybody. So because of sheer numbers, I'm saying a specter is spookier than a demon. How about that argument?
But a demon can possess a person and then utilize that person to go undercover, so to be a normal person, and really affect a lot of people.
Well, I'm having beard problems. So you're going demon? I'm going spooky ghosts.
Spooky ghosts are spooky.
Yeah.
But spooky demons are, I think, spookier. A seance, this is where come on, man. That's not. Listen, here, can the Ghostbusters get rid of a demon?
No. But the Overlook Hotel, like the entire hotel was haunted by specters. Or a few specters. There are ghosts there too. But the evil ones were specters. And I just think that's generally scarier. Like a haunted house, that's specters.
You know what I just realized?
A demon.
But you know what I just realized? Ghostbusters 2, they wanted to inhabit the body of the child. So they still needed to possess the body of the child. They didn't have as much power as a ghost just on their own. They had to possess the child. That's why they got the child. Sigourney Weaver. Wait, is it Sigourney Weaver? I think it's Sigourney Weaver. That's why they brought the baby. So he could go inside the baby and he was going to be the vessel.
Yeah, a demon needs a vessel. A ghost doesn't. A specter will haunt a building or an area.
Yeah, well, then he wasn't a specter. He would have been a demon.
A demon. Yeah. Specters, man.
So Ghostbusters can get demons. Man, this is hard.
I'm going specter.
You're hardcore specter.
I mean, people are saying demons in our thing. They're saying Pinhead, who was one of the demons
I think I'm leaning towards demons too. Demons are, demons are scary, man.
A demon.
Specters are scary too.
Scary too. The ring is.
Well, you know what? If I'm on the edge and you're hardcore pro specter, then I guess it's got to be specter, right?
A scary ghost. I mean, a demon is fucked up, but hauntings are scary.
All right, Spectre was. I thought demon might run the table, man. Demons are scary.
They are scary.
All right. Hey, specters move on. Okay. Real question: are specters scarier than mermen?
Specters are scarier than mermen. We have a perfect name. Y'all didn't see Fallen with Denzel. Azazel bounced around to any living creature. That's what we're talking about with demons. Even the
it's like a demon possession. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary.
Oh, that's what he's saying. He's saying he could go anywhere. Ghosts, specters are bound to an area or a thing. So he's saying demons can go everywhere.
Oh yeah, they can kind of utilize that and move on. Yeah, and ghosts. But ghosts generally are specters, I guess, are kind of generally. But I think they're in that area because that's where they want to be. Like they want to be like if they're inhabiting a house, they want to be there because that's their house. You know what I mean? If they want to take over the world, then they'll go be specters out in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's some reason. Well, it's too late. He already sounded the horn. So.
Yeah, specters are. But hey, listen, if you want to play demons under protest, I'm okay with that. We'll
see. We'll see where this goes, and then we can bring demons back into the conversation later if need be. We'll see.
It doesn't matter because specters are moving on, and they're going to face the aforementioned cannibals.
Ooh.
The Fine Young Cannibals. Alexa, play top songs by Fine Young Cannibals.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Cannibals.
Fine Young Cannibals isn't included with Prime, but is available with Amazon Music Unlimited.
Okay.
Play over 50 million.
Here's why it's scary. Because Fine Young Cannibals aren't even available through Amazon Prime Music. You can't get Cannibals through Prime.
Rude.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop.
When I think cannibals, I think this thing is echoing back at me. There, you turn off your phone?
You're fine over here. I didn't turn off anything.
All right, then fine. When I think cannibals, I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I also think
Hannibal the Cannibal?
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. Those are the first cannibal movies. I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is terrifying. An entire cannibal family. Also, there was one. They're kind of mutants, though. It was like the end of the world. I forget. It was like a 1970s movie or something. It's the end of the world, and these kind of mutants are going around trying to find people to eat. Cannibal is terrifying.
But don't cannibals to be scary have to be psychopaths? Because cannibals in and of themselves, like if they're just cannibals, then all right, they eat of human flesh, but that doesn't mean they're going to come kill you and be scary. Just because they eat humans doesn't mean that they're scary.
Well, what's it called? John Wayne Gacy, right? He was the clown that used people, or the guy who was
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer, and he was like a very charismatic, like American Psycho type. Like people liked him, and he'd earn their trust or take you on a date.
But he murdered people to eat them.
Right.
That's a psychopath.
No, but if you're eating people, it's scary. Period.
But if you're just like, I like the taste of people, there's true story. There's like groups. I don't want to say groups, but there is a corner of the world where people elect to be eaten. Like that's their thing. That's their thing. They like sign up. This has happened in the past where people have signed up. They've met people. One person who wants to eat somebody and one person who wants to be eaten, and that's how they want to go. Like they're suicidal. They just want to get out. And they want to be eaten, and that's how they want to go. This has absolutely happened. This is in the world. It's kind of creepy, but it's not inherently scary because it's between the two of them. That's not scary. I think the scary part is when they want to go out and start murdering people. They want to murder you so they can eat you.
Well, I also think when we're talking about cannibals and spooky, we're not talking about consensual cannibalism. We're talking about
we're talking about cannibals just in general.
Just the idea of someone just wanting to eat you, or to let you live long enough so like you meet somebody, they kidnap you. You wake up and you realize you've been amputated just above the knee, and you're still alive, and that person is eating you and keeping you alive to slowly eat you. That's terrifying, dude.
What about the Treehouse of Horrors where Homer was eating himself?
Well, that's funnier. But I'm just saying, like you know, and I'm also going to say, I think some people could probably taste really delicious. Not everyone.
What's the most delicious part of you, do you think?
The butt steak. I think like a nice like when you cut like a ham, you know, like a butt, a slice of butt, probably be really good and juicy and well marbled.
A Lizer flank steak.
Yeah, the butt portion of Lizer would probably be pretty tasty.
Okay. Well, here, I think it comes down to this. I'm going to make this very easy. Specters are scary.
Yeah.
But is it scarier or less scary than a specter?
You promised the world and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored it.
This isn't scary. Let's go to see if this is scary. That's kind of a scary little 80s riff, isn't it?
This is Cannibals?
Drive me crazy. Ooh, ooh.
That's a good song. That's a cut.
Is it scarier than Spectres?
No.
It's an easy way to decide.
Yeah,
I don't know why we wasted all that time talking about cannibals. You could just
we didn't play anything by Phil Spector though, so it wasn't really a fair fight.
Wait, did Phil Spector actually make music? I thought he was a producer.
He produced like Beatles songs and stuff.
Well, I know, but he didn't make any music himself, is what I mean, right?
You know, give the producer some credit.
All right. Okay, well, I think this is a pretty good one coming up next. We got Spectres. They're going to move on to they beat the Fine Young Cannibals. They'll stay in the 80s. And it's going to move on to face mutants.
Okay.
Mutants, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're scary.
They're in real life, if you ran into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, it would be scary.
Yes. If a turtle that would kick your ass, that knows ninjutsu, come on, man.
A giant turtle man would be terrifying. He's like, oh, bro.
That's carrying nunchuckers. Some motherfucking nunchuckers.
Nunchaku. Motherfucking nunchaku. Yeah. Oh, that's scary. Okay. So, look. Like that movie that I can't think of the name of, where it's the end of the world.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, starring Vanilla Ice.
Well, okay, there are The Fly. Okay? The Fly is a mutant. Did you see that movie?
Yes. As was the Toxic Avenger.
The Toxic Avenger is a mutant. Yeah, absolutely. That movie that I can't think of was full of mutants.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Also mutants. Mutants are fucking weird, man. You know, you're not used to it. That's the whole reason they're spooky. The Fly, I don't know what FYC is. Someone said FYC. What's
for your
FYC?
consideration?
Oh, I bought that for
consideration.
Oh, okay. Got it. Fine Young Cannibals is what they're talking about.
Oh.
But no, I'm just saying The Fly. Okay, so Jeff Goldblum is trying to create a not a time machine, but like from place to place, a transporter, and he builds a functioning transporter, but a little fly gets in there with him, and he gets transported somewhere and it works, but their DNA gets mixed, and over time he becomes more fly-like. And in the original, at least the black and white version, the fly ends up with a little teeny tiny head of the man, which is because it landed in a spider web and ends up getting eaten by a spider. Spoiler alert! But like it's like 80 years ago. So and then help me! And they have the little magnifying glass, and they're like, oh crap, that's homeboy. He's about to get eaten by a spider. Oh no! The spider eats him. That's spooky and weird and creepy. specters, though.
Mutants in general are kind of scary.
They are. No, they absolutely are. And I'm not thinking like X-Men. I'm thinking you are kind of disgusting too. You become kind of repulsive. You know, like X-Men don't play into the repulsive factor of the idea of like, it's the same thing. It's the uncanny valley. It's you look at something and it's human-like, but not anymore. It is a mutant. It is just something else, something weird.
And it can change the way they act and behave. It can give them different powers. It can give them a different way of thinking. It can make them 6 foot tall turtles that can kick your ass.
It's true. That said, your house isn't haunted by mutants. You know, it's the same thing like psychos. You have a chance to kill a mutant. If your house is
unless the genes have mutated to where they can regenerate their cells or, you know, be superhuman in some kind of way.
Or no ninjutsu. You know?
All right, listen. There's one way to solve this. Because specters are scary. But is it scarier than this?
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
One of these days, I'm going to get
correct.
something where you don't get ads.
It's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology helps you craft compelling...
Oh, there it is. All right.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, 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 go. Yo, it's the green machine, gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Slamming and jamming to the new swing sound. Yeah, everybody let's move. Vanilla is still with the new jack groove, gonna rock and roll the place with the power of the ninja turtle, baby. I'll bet. You know I'm not playing. Never take a show what the turtles are saying. Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. Go ninja, go ninja, go. 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 Go, 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 go. Lyrics, fill in the gaps. Drop that big ninja rap. Just feel it. If you know.
So which is scarier?
That was the worst.
Which is scarier, Spectres or Vanilla Ice rapping about mutant turtles?
No, Vanilla Ice might get his own category, but no, Spectres moves on.
That got way louder. I don't have a board that I can control the volumes. I'm just guessing. All right, so Spectres moves on. Spectres, we're down to our last three.
Okay.
Do you want to do all three together? Because the last two on our list are kind of similar. So I think I'm going to make an executive decision. Now I'm going to put them all together here. Because there might be a differentiation, but I think they're kind of the same thing here.
Okay.
Because the last two on our list are Deadies and Zombies.
Oh, Deadites.
Deadites? I think
Deadites.
they were Deadies.
No. Deadites. Okay, so it's Spectres versus Deadites versus Zombies?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's fine. Let's see. There is a difference. There's
So
absolutely
what's the difference between a Deadie or a
Deadite.
Deadite? A Deadites, whatever. And a zombie.
Okay. You know what a zombie is, right? Zombie is
They eat brains. They're the undead. They're dead. They come back to life to eat brains. They're reanimated to eat brains.
the Walking Dead, George Romero's Evil, or no, not Evil Dead, Night of the Living Dead movies, all that.
Zombieland.
That's zombies. They're
Shaun of the Dead.
They're generally mindless. They're
Frankenstein's monster.
That's a Deadite. That's not a zombie.
It's a zombie.
I don't think so.
Wait. So then what's a Deadite?
A Deadite. Okay, so like when we're talking about Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, they can't be killed.
Yeah, they're like dead, but not. They're like undead.
It's the demon taking possession of a corpse, or it's like.
But isn't that demon possession?
Yes, but I think that's kind of more what a deadite is. I think a deadite is maybe a corpse being possessed by a demon. Like they're not mindless. Like a zombie just wants to eat your brain. A deadite doesn't want to eat your brain. If you see Army of Darkness, they fight. Ash fights an entire army of these things. They're just like they're the living dead. Wait.
I think I got the differentiation.
Yeah.
So zombies are the undead, want to eat your brains. Deadites are the sentient undead.
And they're generally evil. Like I think it is like demon possession of the dead. Where zombie is like they have like a cancer to them. You know, there's some reason why they're still alive or not alive. The undead are walking and trying to eat brains. That's a whole other thing. Now
then what is the Santa Clarita Diet? Have you seen that?
I didn't see it. No.
Okay, so Drew Barrymore gets, she dies, but then comes back to life and wants to eat flesh. She has a taste for flesh. She's a zombie, basically, but she's sentient and she's peppy and perky and she's normal.
But she's dead.
But she's dead, and she has a taste for human flesh, a zombie. But also all of her inhibitions have been washed away.
Okay, so that's a deadite. Someone said deadites are reanimated corpses that have a purpose, a drive, other than to eat.
So sentient undead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And generally evil. I would say not always though.
They don't have to be evil because Drew Barrymore's not evil.
Yeah, they don't have to be evil, but there's the sentient dead is a deadite.
All right. So what's scarier? Let's just break it. What's scarier between deadites and zombies? I think deadites would be scarier than zombies. Zombies just be like, "Oh, I ate your brain," and then like you shoot them and they move slowly, right? They just walk.
Yeah, no, a deadite is scary when you think of Jason Voorhees or this beard is not working with me anymore. Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers as deadites.
We've already been through them though.
But I'm just saying. So think Jason as a deadite. What's scarier, Jason coming after you or 100 zombies?
Well, Jason, because Jason will move with you. Zombies going to be like, brains, and they're just going to move very slowly. They're going to walk. All you have to do is walk around them.
There's a herd. So and then we can start talking about the different types of zombies, fast moving zombies and
there's fast zombies?
I'm getting all sorts of talk out here in the peanut gallery.
Well, is there fast zombies?
There are, but it's like Shaun of the Dead, World War Z. It's more 28 Days Later. When they started getting into there's been some sort of pandemic and everyone is sort of either dead or dead-like, but they're not the whole. They try to change the genre. I'm not big on the fast-moving zombies. World War Z, they're doing ant-type moves. Like they had a giant wall, and then the zombies would run up to the wall, and then more would just sort of run up their back, and they were like ants.
No. What about Bird Box?
Didn't see it.
You never saw Bird Box? It's pretty good.
I'll watch it.
But there's they're like undead, but they're just gonna they're gonna wreck you. Mm-hmm. Once they die, because they I don't want to ruin it, but once it's not really ruin it. It's just what happens. Once they see something, it changes them, and they want to be destructive and kill themselves and kill others, and there's others that want to kill others, and it's like a whole thing. So what is that? It might be like a possession, but they're kind of like zombies.
Well, someone else said, one of the perps says, actually, they may not even be a corpse. They kind of bleed over into demonic possession. A necromancer enlivens them through magic.
Enlivens?
Maybe. Yeah. So it is, they're saying it's kind of demonic possession is a deadite. Zombies aren't this creepy. Oh, wait, it's spookiest.
Zombies aren't spooky. Zombies are lame. Let's be honest. Zombies are overdone and lame.
People purposely want the zombie apocalypse to happen just so they can go out there and kill a bunch of stuff. Let's get rid of zombies.
All right. Zombies are out.
Okay, so what we're left with now is the whole idea of specters or evil spirits versus deadites, which is essentially God. Who decided to wear all this shit? Which is essentially.
If it makes you feel any better, these things are really ripping into my head.
Can we keep wearing these? Can we take it off now? I guess the show's almost over.
No, dude, it's almost over. What are you doing, man?
All right, fine.
No, don't break the fourth wall, bro.
Okay, fine.
You're a caveman. You've been in a cave. That's where you've been for the last month.
You're okay. All right, then fine. I'm more scared of a haunting than I am of like the Evil Dead. You know? Like the Evil Dead, they are coming at you and they're trying to kill you, which is spooky. But I've seen enough Ash versus the Evil movies and the show to know you can take those things down. You just fight them. Ghosts, serious hauntings, all the different versions of hauntings is spooky. Deadites can be kind of funny, but
Deadites can be scary. If you're in your house and you have Deadites surrounding you, they're pounding on the doors, trying to get, and they're not going to stop. They're myopic and they're just coming at you, and they're gonna murder you and they're gonna get you. That's scary. That's scary. You don't have any, you just got to run away and then eventually figure out a way to stop them, which, you can't, because then they reanimate and here they come again. That's scary. But I think the answer is obvious.
And not just that, can I just say I'm proud of us?
What?
I just want to say I'm proud of us that our final two are not ghosts versus zombies. It's so niche as to be specters versus deadites is our final two. That really shows, we did a good job. We went through a lot of stuff to get to this level of defined spookiness. That's all. I just wanted to toot our own horns.
Well, I was tooting the horns until you stopped and cut in and of course the winner is specters.
Yeah.
Specters are scary, man. Are they scarier than demons, though? Should it be demons?
That's the exact.
Put that in the group. Put that in the group. Demons versus specters. Because I'm still.
I'll say
right there, man.
Winner, but with an asterisk. How about that?
It is the winner. It's the winner. But should it be the winner?
No, I'm gonna give it.
Because if you're saying everybody in the chat was saying demons too, I'm inclined to kind of lean that way. Like maybe I should have pushed harder for demons.
A lot of people are leaning demons, and we will put in the group. So the winner for us is specters here, but under protest, and we'll let that be the debate for the next show.
Yeah. Hey, listen. This is also the same group that said grilled cheese is better than the turkey gobbler sandwich.
I know. So they can't.
I have no faith. I have no faith that what they're going to say is the correct answer.
It's fair.
I think they're going to come back and they're going to be like, well, clearly it's merman.
Very possible.
All right. That's it for us, merman.
I'm more excited for the show to be over. Just so
you know what I realized, though? We're using gendered language. It should be mer people. My mistake.
Myrtles
the turtles. Thank you, everyone, for joining us at Perpendicular Mounds. We'll catch you next time.
I like myrtles.
Merman. Merman. I'm gonna play that Vanilla Ice again.
Perpendicular mouth.